Hey guys, Monestime here. Welcome to another video. For today's video, we're going to be reviewing what is possibly the best case that you can get for the iPad Pro 2018, and that is the Zugu Muse. Cue the intro. Okay, so you got your brand new iPad. It's looking nice, it's looking shiny, and you're just absolutely in love with it, but you're like me and you were just kind of having a hard time picking a case, so you went and bought the Apple Folio, which was like 80 bucks, but then you realize it's not that protective. It's just a regular folio case that you spent 80 bucks for, and then you're just like pulling out your hair because you spent $80 on a folio case. And you're just like, wow, what's wrong with me? Like, why did I spend $80 on a folio case? And then you start to look on YouTube and you see all these case reviews and you're still having a hard time trying to find out what case to buy. If you're like me, that's kind of like the timeline. So yes, I had my iPad Pro for about maybe 6 months now, and I've been having the hardest time trying to find a case that I liked. I like my case to be practical and also stylish, so it was very, very hard to try and find a case until I stumbled across the Zugu Muse case. And my God, guys, this case is the case to rule them all. This is the only case that you will really need for your iPad Pro. Also, guys, to start off this review, I would like to point out that this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored. I paid for this case with my own money, and I'm just sharing my experience with this case. So let's get into it. Zugu has been killing the game with all of its iPad cases, and this case is no exception. This case is very, very stylish while also providing protection on all sides of the case. Even where the Apple Pencil is, this thing is protected, and I really do enjoy that. On this case, you do get like a little cradle for your Apple Pencil, and that also keeps your pencil like protected without like, it finally came out, but I mean, you're not going to really be doing that to your Apple Pencil. But you do get this little cradle. I don't know if you can see, but you do get this little cradle, and it really provides protection to all sides of the pencil, and the pencil can still charge through this cradle. So I do love that. The case itself is made of like a leathery material. I'm not exactly sure, but like, let's say if you've held like a basketball or something like that, it feels very similar to that material. Guys, so all in all, this case is a beautiful case. It features these 8 little ridges right over here, which all represent like different viewing angles that you can have your iPad in, from the media consumption angle to the typing angle. I will have some B-roll of every single angle somewhere here. So you do get 8 different viewing angles, and I really do love that. So this is a very magnetic case. It does use magnets to get into all of its viewing angles. And like, let's say if you wanted to like put this thing on a fridge or anything, these magnets are strong enough to hold the entire iPad onto the fridge or whatever metal that you would want to hang it on. Let's say if you're cooking or something like that, you could. So I do really love that. But what I do also love about this case is that it is so magnetic that this case will not open unless you're trying to open it. There's like a little tab right here, and unless you lift this tab, this thing is not going to open. So I really do love that. While I'm here, you also have your sleep-wake functionality, which is really amazing. But I think that my favorite feature about this, which a lot of cases are not having, I mean, manufacturers are starting to catch up, but they're a lot of them just don't have it. I do love, like, let's say if you're holding your iPad in a book mode, there's magnets that will stick here. So it's like, it's not going to be flopping around, which I really do love that. I believe the original Zugu did not have this feature. They updated it for 2019, and then they added that feature into the Zugu, and that just makes this case even better. But all in all, this case is an amazing case. It features a microfiber lining on the inside and on the inside of the case. Full 360-degree protection. There is also a lip on the screen, so you can have a little bit of drop detection. I believe it's labeled at 5 feet of drop protection. So, this case is, functional and protective, and I think it's aesthetically pleasing. You have multiple ways to store your pencil. There's a little thing right here, like if you didn't want your pencil charging all the time. I could live without this because, frankly, I'd probably just leave my pencil here at all times, but it is nice to have. All the speaker grills are uncovered. You can fit just about any USB-C thing in here. I mean, I think probably the one con that I can think of is that you wouldn't, like, let's say if you had like a hyperdrive or something like that, something specifically designed for the iPad, you wouldn't really be able to stick it on here. But I mean, if you have a dongle for like your MacBook or something like that, you can use it just fine. Um, so yeah, guys, this Zugu Muse case is protective, it is stylish, it has sleep-wake functionality, multiple ways to store your pencil, 360 protection, drop protection, it's magnetic. You can really do anything with this case, and I truly believe that this case right here is the best case that you can buy for the money. For the 12.9, I believe it's $69, and for the 11, it's $59. It is well worth it in my opinion. This is literally the only case that you're gonna need. It also comes in multiple colors. I chose to go for the red version. I just thought that the red version was extremely, extremely attractive. But you could also go for black, purple, blue, it's rumored that brown is coming out. I don't know how true that is, but it's rumored. So keep on the lookout for that. But this case right here is amazing. All the buttons are tactile. Your camera cutout is very safe. So with that being said, I highly doubt that you'd be able to bend your iPad Pro in this case. It feels nice. It looks nice. It protects nice. It checks all the marks for me. So yes, if I were to recommend a case to anybody, it would be the Zugu Muse. This case is fantastic. I cannot recommend it more. So if you guys were interested in this case, I will leave a link to it in the description. I'll leave a link to the website as well. I definitely believe that every iPad Pro owner should own this case. It's fabulous, and I cannot recommend it more. And as you guys know, I would never recommend something that I don't use myself. This is my daily driver case, and I cannot recommend it more. I love this case. It's very stylish. It's very protective, and I recommend it. So there's my review of the Zugu Muse case. If you guys did like this video, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever I make a new video. With that being said, guys, this is Monestime. This is my Zugu Muse case. I love it, and we're out. Peace.